Meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, ich heiße Sie herzlich willkommen zur diesjährigen Ausgabe des Swiss Banking Services Forum. Es steht unter dem Motto Die neue Normalität im Zahlungsverkehr. Neu ist nicht nur das Thema,
Ce qui est nouveau, ce n'est non seulement le sujet, mais nous avons également préparé quelques surprises pour vous. D'un côté, cette manifestation a lieu pour la première fois en version hybride, c'est-à-dire sur place aussi bien qu'en ligne. Et je salue tout particulièrement les 120 personnes qui assistent dans la salle et les 50 personnes qui assistent devant leurs écrans. Mais nous constatons qu'il y a toujours un vif intérêt pour une manifestation sur place. Deuxième nouveauté, je ne vais pas me charger de l'animation moi-même. Je souhaite la bienvenue à Carla Estermann qui sera la co-modératrice. Merci beaucoup, Boris. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. Je suis ravie de vous voir et de vous accueillir. C'est avec grand plaisir que Boris et moi-même, nous allons vous accompagner tout au long de cette journée. Les paiements instantanés, finances ouvertes, request to pay, ce sont les trois piliers de notre manifestation. Fort du soutien des expertes et des experts, nous allons voir ce qui se passe en Suisse et à l'étranger. Nous allons comparer la situation et nous allons aborder nos visions. Afin de pouvoir bien structurer votre journée, suite à ces trois blocs, nous allons faire une brève pause. La première aura lieu peu après midi et demi. Ça sera la pause déjeuner. Nous avons prévu une pause un peu plus longue afin de vous permettre de réseauter. Ensuite, nous aurons à l'issue du deuxième bloc à 14 heures encore une deuxième pause et à la fin du programme vers 16h30, nous vous invitons cordialement à l'apéritif. Normalement, nous vous invitons à désactiver ou à mettre en sourdine vos téléphones portables. Pas aujourd'hui par contre. Vous pouvez effectivement nous envoyer des questions par Slido. Je vous invite à prendre vos téléphones, à ouvrir www.slido.com sur votre moteur de recherche et de faire un login avec le hashtag SPSF 2022 ou bien vous scannez tout simplement le code QR qui est projeté sur l'écran. Pour les participants en ligne, vous avez la possibilité d'inscrire vos vidéos dans le box du chat juste en dessous de la vidéo. Et nous allons répondre à vos questions, évidemment, à l'issue de chaque intervention. Cette manifestation est enregistrée et vous pourrez recourir à cette manifestation et pouvoir télécharger toutes les présentations via le même lien. À l'issue de 2 années avec Home Office, travail à domicile et le masque, il est très beau de vous voir, mais vous êtes quand même libre de porter un masque si vous êtes plus à l'aise ainsi. Merci beaucoup. Nous allons terminer donc les mots de bienvenue et c'est avec grand plaisir que nous allons ouvrir la manifestation. C'est avec grand plaisir que je souhaite la bienvenue à Dijsselhof, le CEO de SIX, qui a la parole. Désormais, les interventions en anglais ne sont pas traduites.
Great to be here. Great to have a session where physically people are together. I can see all of you 3D and not on a flat screen. So it's really good to be here together, but it's also great that we have participants online and that we can find a combination of online and physical meeting here. So let me start by saying it's a pleasure then to welcome you here in the Convention Center and also online to the Swiss Banking Services Forum. We recently actually published a white paper together with the University of St. Gallen that looked into the Swiss payment behavior. How do Swiss people pay? And of course, not a surprise, I think more than 2/3 of the people actually prefer card payment over cash payment. However, we saw also some interesting differences between the different parts of Switzerland and variations in payment preferences across cantons, but even in greater regions. We didn't see much difference between rural and urban areas. So there the behavior is relatively similar. And on average, cardholders in both the German and the French-speaking regions display similar behavior, where the Italian-speaking part of Switzerland has a higher preference for still usage of cash to make payments. You can find all these interesting results on our website and get more details on the results of this study. And I would really encourage you to have a look at that. But what does everybody that makes payments in Switzerland actually really need? Right. Everybody needs a stable, reliable, smooth payments infrastructure. A way to pay that is always there, that always works and is available in an easy way. And our role at SIX is to operate, to develop and to digitalize the businesses of both private and corporate payments industry in the Swiss Financial Center, and to make sure that we provide a stable and reliable infrastructure to do so. And given this, the infrastructure for interbank payments, as well as debit cards, open banking, all the services that we provide are extremely important for the functioning of the Swiss economy and for making payments. And we do this across 4 ecosystems in our banking services unit. And actually, if you allow me to do a short introduction, I know Dieter Goerten, where are you? Hi Dieter. Dieter is sitting in the back there. Dieter is the head of our banking services business. He took the helm, 2 months ago or a month ago? I don't know exactly anymore, quite recently. So if you have any questions about our 4 ecosystems and the way we run banking services, then he's the man. And I know, Dieter, you will be coming on stage later to do some summary at the end of the session. But I thought I'd use the opportunity to introduce you to the audience. If we then go back to payments, digitalization, demographic changes, increased connectivity of systems, open banking, cross connections between traditional world, new worlds, all these trends are there and they are greatly affecting the payments industry. And our payment behavior is also constantly changing. Also for myself, I made a trip recently and then you think, okay, do I use my credit card or my debit card to pay, or do I use Revolut, or do I use this banking system, or do I use cash? So based on the availability of different services, you make choices, and the landscape is changing continuously. And we need to also make sure that our existing platforms are changing and that we invest in new innovations. And let me give you some examples. I think first of all, and this is a big theme for today also, instant payments. Instant payments is really where the payments are really end-to-end processed. 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The amount that is being transmitted leaves the account and gets credited to the receiving account within a couple of seconds. So no pre-information of a booking that will happen in the future. No, everything happens real time, within seconds. Money leaves the payee account and ends up at the recipient of the money. And in Switzerland we are a little bit behind, and we hear today that in some other countries this is more advanced already. But in Switzerland from 2024 instant payments will be processed through our central system, the Swiss Interbank Clearing System, SIC. So we move from what we currently internally call SIC4 to SIC5, an evolution of our central interbank clearing system. That's operated by SIX actually on behalf of the National Bank. In most countries, as you know, the National Bank operates itself, but we do it here on behalf of the National Bank. SIC currently processes transactions in 0.2 seconds, and that means really real time. So before you switch apps or look at or check your bank account, the money will be there. The advantages of instant payments for customers are obvious and include business hours, extension of making payments. You can buy and sell goods almost any time, no, not almost, any time. Payers will immediately be credited and the money owed by the recipients will be immediately available for further transactions. And of course it also takes out risk, because there is no credit risk for 2 days or for 1 day. It actually happens all real time. And of course this is highly automated and should actually happen at a high level of efficiency. I think in many countries instant payment is the norm, and if you want something different you have to intervene as a customer, but otherwise things go instant really almost for all the payments. Second example I would like to mention is open banking. Open banking brings together banks and fintechs, so connects two worlds, enables the co-creation of new customer solutions, and platforms like B-Link from SIX ensure that collaboration and data flow can take place securely and efficiently and with rules and regulations around it. With the consent of bank customers, banks can share data with fintechs or other third parties so that new services can be provided to the customers. And based on this, these new value-added services will emerge and are emerging already very rapidly. For example, an app where you can see how much carbon footprint you're actually leaving behind with all your payment activities and with your payment behavior, and that you even get suggestions on how to make payments in a way that has a lower footprint in terms of carbon to our world. So this will really be an opportunity to provide more services and deeper services to our customers. And these are just some examples of value-added services that we can provide and innovations that we can drive. And these are all offering new opportunities for banks to develop their relationship with their customers more, but also new opportunities for us as an infrastructure provider to provide you with an improved infrastructure to make that happen. And speaking of opportunities, we could drive innovation, try to drive innovation forward ourselves, but of course nothing will happen without you. So you, the key players in the finance industry, the key players in the payments industry are extremely important to us to help us drive innovation through collaboration, through your input, through sessions like today, where we get your views on what is needed and what we should be driving as SIX. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for the discussions and the collaborations we are already having. And I'm looking forward to a very exciting day because I know you have a very exciting program. And thank you very much.
Thank you.